Welcome back to everyone's favorite show, Eaglevision.
I don't know about you, but we got a lot of snow this last week.
We sure did. I wonder if anyone got snowed in.
At least one person had to.
How bad can it really be?
Let's find out. Down to you, Savannah and Ava.
I'm Savannah.
And I'm Ava.
And today we'll be talking about current news.
A little dark.
A little bit.
Just a little. Snow, Minnesota.
Yes.
That works.
We got snowed in.
It makes sense.
60 strangers and staff of the UK's highest pub, Tan Hill Pub, get snowed in by Storm Ardwin. The visitors and staff described this as life-changing. Now let's see how Maple River reacted to being snowed in.
I spent it with my friend Savannah because it was her birthday, her 19th birthday, and we didn't even have any candles, so we used to fake one to make her feel a little bit better.
I went snowmobiling.
Probably about a day, but I really wasn't snowed in at all.
Couple hours.
Kinda, yeah.
Yes.
Probably this one, honestly, it's sometimes not the best spending a snow day, for your birthday, but it was honestly really fun.
Probably this one.
Savannah Ruiz.
My family, my sister.
So now that we talked to some students,
Let's go see what some teachers have to say.
I'm boring. I'm taking a class, so in the morning I just worked on a research paper, because your teachers still have to write research papers sometimes, and it's my last assignment, so I was happy. And then the rest of the day I did some work and I played with my kids a little bit. It didn't start snowing until later than I thought, so I did a couple errands before the snow started. But I was hopeful. I mean, we all wanted a snow day, right? Oh, my most memorable snow day. Remember a few years ago when we had the polar vortex and we were off school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we came back. That was great memories and lots of fun. We should do that again. My husband and my 3 girls.
well, that's all for this week.
Don't forget to enjoy the snow.
Thanks, Ava and Savannah.
I haven't seen Sierra in a long time. I wonder what she's got cooking for us.
Whatever it is, it's gotta be good.
Down to you, Sierra.
Hi, I'm Ashley Hawker, and welcome to Art Spotlight.
Hey, get out of here. This is my show. You had your turn. This week, we'll be talking about speech.
Speech is an activity, I guess, where you're just take some sort of either poetry or literature or a book, story, whatever piece, I guess, and you perform it for judges.
Last year it was all online, so what happened was we got assigned a classroom and we joined basically a Google Meet with the people we were gonna do our category with.
So speech practices are usually once a week for your category. Speech practices are also 30 minutes each. And at your speech practice, you'll look at comments that you'll get from previous tournaments, and you'll basically work on your speech and just make sure that it's all fine-tuned for the next competition.
Here's a list of the categories you can pick from. And hey, let's talk to the coach while we're here.
So I help each of these lovely 23 individuals just kind of grow in their speaking skills and just kind of coach them through everything throughout the season in their 13 categories, and spend all of my time here after school until 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, and then every Saturday with them at tournaments. It's lovely. I get no time with my family.
Hey, but at least you get paid a lot. Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
We are really, really hoping for an in-person season all year. However, that could change the week of a tournament. So we are going to stay on our toes all season and just really hope and pray for a full in-person season.
Thank you guys. That was some pretty great information about speech. Well, I'm Sierra, and this has been Art Spotlight. Take it away, Grant and Jacob.
Well, I might consider going out for speech now.
Me too. It sounds like a blast.
You know, with all this bipolar weather, I might have to become more prepared at home.
Some things you could do is go grocery shopping.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what to get.
Maybe Big Al can help us out. Down to you, Alex.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of How to Adult. And this week's episode we're going to teach you about grocery shopping and the benefits to it. Now let's take a stroll and let's go.
To budget for groceries, I recommend making a meal plan for the week.
Coupons is definitely a huge thing, and then also buying store brand or just kind of off-brand items.
Ramen noodles, Easy Mac, bread, peanut butter jelly sandwiches, nice and cheap.
If you're looking to like make your money go the longest and like you're trying to make like a dinner, you could probably do a lot with like pastas, rices, things like that. Fresh vegetables go bad faster, so canned items is always a good option too.
I think that kind of the grocery goal that you might have depends on how many people are in your household.
And it also depends on what your dietary needs are. They're learning it in my class. They're making it work.
I think in order to survive without your parents spending money on groceries, you need to have a job so that you can buy your groceries.
After hearing from Mrs. Deering and Mrs. Zern, both who are personal finance and science and cooking teachers, let's go ask the student and the math teacher on how to budget, and for the student of how she does her groceries.
Make a limit of like $200 to $300 a month only.
I think it depends really whether you really like eating out for dinner or not.
Hot Pockets and pizzas.
Pasta is probably one of the easiest things to buy for cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they can.
Alright, now there you guys have it. Now back to you guys. Now I know how to budget to get enough food.
I miss being a kid where I didn't have to do any of this budgeting stuff.
Me too. I miss going outside and having a normal snowball fight like we did when we were younger.
I remember those days.
I'm probably really rusty and could use some tips.
Mallory, tell us more.
Last week we talked about Christmas. This week, let's go talk to some middle schoolers to see what they have to say about snowball fights.
Yes. I do like snowball fights.
Yes, I do.
Not really, no.
You get hit in the face.
Now that we've talked to some kids about what they like about snowball fights and their favorite memories, let's go see if they've ever got hurt and what the supervisors think.
No, I did not have a best memory of snowball fight.
No, I have not.
Now that we have talked to some students, let's talk about how to make a snowball. To make a snowball, find a nice pile of snow. Then take the snow into your hands and form a sphere that is light but heavy enough to throw. Remember, do not aim towards anybody's head.
Has anyone ever started a snowball fight? The answer is definitely yes.
Yay!
Has anybody gotten hurt during a snowball fight? The answer is definitely yes. Usually it's the facial region is usually where it hurts the most.
I'm Mallory, and that was Middle School Minute. Back to you guys.
Wow, I forgot how much fun snowball fights are.
Me too. That was the prime of my childhood.
You know what just crossed my mind? How much Wayne does.
No kidding. He's a bus driver, food checkout person, and a referee.
I wonder what refs even do.
Fish, tell us more.
Foul! This week on sports, we'll be talking about referees. Now down to Mr. Lawson.
I ref in the fall quite a bit for football, just to kind of get out and be around the game, and while I'm not coaching, still kind of help out. Favorite sport to ref would probably be football. You're outdoors, somewhat easy.
Favorite memory of reffing is a 4 overtime game that I did for 8th grade basketball, girls basketball. I think my favorite sport to ref is basketball because of the steady action.
Thank you, Mr. Thule, for telling us about your reffing experience. Now to Mr. Simon.
I guess the reason I ref is, number one, we can't find a lot of refs, so I'm always willing to kind of help out whenever need be. Favorite sport to ref would probably be football, I guess.
Thank you, Mr. Simon. Well, that's all for sports this week. Now to scoreboard.
The girls had their winter showcase tournament last weekend.
They played St. Clair, where they won 60-52. The boys traveled to Annandale, and they won 51-46. Then they had a home game versus Blooming Prairie on Tuesday, where they won 69-26. The wrestlers had a meet in USC. They wrestled New Ulm, Mankato East, and St. Clair. They went 3-0 in the tournament with scores of 72-11 versus St. Clair, 46-16 versus New Ulm, and 63-18 versus Mankato East. Then they went to Jackson on Saturday for an individuals tournament.
Technical difficulties on this segment, but this is something it would sound like.
Not too much to say about that.
What can you even say?
Well, not much.
Let's just move on and send her down to the commercials.
Caleb and Lydia, tell us about Vernon Center Lumber.
Vernon Center Lumber, located on 101 East Main Street in Vernon Center, Minnesota, has got you covered for all of your wood and lumber wants and desires.
With in-store shopping, if you ever find yourself in a quick pinch needing high-quality building supplies such as painting tools, nails, screws, and much more, you know Vernon Center Lumber will always have your back.
With a 4.9 out of 5-star review, you already know you can expect great service at Vernon Center Lumber. So call now for free estimates, on-site measurements, and deliveries today.
Thanks, Caleb and Lydia.
Well, that's all she wrote for today's episode. Knock, knock. Who's there?
Candace.
Candace who?
Can this joke get any worse?